How many people does Aslan Rex have in our faith's organization?
You're asking the man, is there anybody spying on us?
Yes, just like you're spying on Chrism.
He shrugs and says that if he knew that, he would not tell you. He would die before revealing it.
Brother, first job of being a spy master is you don't know of any other cells.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not giving that information.
So Christen's personality changed.
The best weapon to a spy is ignorance.
His opinion on Kristen is that the man is a fanatic. And
was he always a fanatic, or has he become more fanatical the longer he's been here?
In that we agree.
The degrees of fanaticism don't seem to interest him much. A fanatic is a fanatic. He knows for sure that Kristen believes very strongly in this religion that he brought, and he knows that it does grant him vast magical powers.
I do appreciate that you did tell us that you were in the service of Aslan King. I'm more inclined to let you go back to Aslan King and tell him what has transpired here so far.
And he holds out his hand so you can unshackle him.
Well, real quick, did we get the password to the other doors?
Yeah, if he knows any passwords to the tower, that'd be great.
He knows 2 more passwords that he gives you. The passwords to the other prisoner chambers on the floor above this one is Bacchus, the old Aetherine word for berries.
Oh, you're so close.
You guys guessed like 10 fruits and nobody guessed a berry. I would have given you blueberries, strawberry, it'd been fine.
Bacchus.
Bacchus. The password to the stairwell leading to the upper floors. There is one such stair on the floor above you on the first basement level, and also that will open up into there was a door on the ground floor that opens into that same stairwell. Castaneus, the old Aetherine word for chestnuts.
Nuts and berries.
Does he know of any other spies inside here that we may want to not kill?
I doubt he knows that.
Do we have any other potential allies in the tower?
Again,
more to the point, he wonders whether you need allies. I mean, he's seen you make short work of pretty much the entire encampment. He says he was ordered to spy on Kristen for Aslan King, but he was not given leave to die in his service, and he's not about to.
Okay.
Is he going to return to Aslan?
Of course. And that's waiting for Edmont to unshackle him and send him up.
Yeah. I have one more question, in case I missed it, because I did have to step away for just a moment. Where is Kristen located? 3rd floor?
On the top floor of the tower. This is a place where typically the bishops are not allowed to go. There is another tier of Aethar between the bishops and Kristen himself that occupy the upper floors.
That would have been Saint Eva guy, right?
What was Chrism doing to the people in these cells?
I don't think he knows.
He shakes his head, changing them, weaving magics on them. He had received some sort of vision upon arrival in Darkon, and the twisted bastards you see out there are the culmination of this vision.
Were they
give any details on this vision?
Kristen shared the details in sermons, but in a very roundabout and poetic way, and also in Old Aetherine, which this man does not speak fluently.
I think I have just one more question.
This is the 4th one more question now.
Right. Columbo, one more thing.
Okay, Columbo.
Just one more thing.
The NPC is here to be interrogated. Ask as many questions as you want. He's not in a hurry.
Right. Were these people, were they volunteers or were they prisoners? Did they volunteer for this, or did Chrism grab them off the street?
These were people that had been taken prisoner along Christen's journey. He offered them the choice of essentially conversion or death. And they chose conversion, but were later found to be unfaithful. He presumes this is Christen's way of attempting to force them to be faithful.
Do people follow Kristen out of fear or out of actual loyalty and belief?
He's seen a lot of both, and no small measure of stupidity besides.
Now, when Kristen settled these lands, did he do so under the auspices of Aslan Rex, or is he squatting here?
He knows that Kristen and Aslan had arrived at some kind of agreement in the past, but this is very common for Aslan to do this with newcomers, especially newcomers from beyond the mists who bring power with them. Aslan will frequently give them a slice of Darkon, watch them for the while. And he starts, like, you know all this. You've been through this yourselves.
Yes.
Has Aslan come to visit Kristen here in the tower?
No.
Has he ever seen these places?
Not to his knowledge. But Aslan has ways of traveling great distances using magic that he would not be privy to.
And Edmont tousles the guy's hair. And also he has plenty of eyes about. Edmont reaches down to unlock the shackles.
Okay? And if there's nothing else for him, he's going to pick up his staff and take his leave.
Evie will say, Aslan Rex has ordered us to put an end to all of this and to destroy this man, and we have come to do so. You may report to the king that this matter is settled by the time you get back.
He gives you a nod and he takes his leave.
Genie is going to unlock this door.
With the horrible
Deep
creature
souls?
in it?
Yeah. That is a 28.
Yeah, you pop the padlock off the door and the chain just hangs there limply now.
The genie walks inside and she squats down. This woman, is she attached to the wall or the floor? I forget.
She is chained to the wall by her wrists, so her arms are stretched up over her head.
Okay. Genie is going to just lightly shake her,
How?
grab her by the shoulder,
Okay.
and just give a nudge like you're waking someone up who's sleeping.
I half expected just grab the horns coming out and just start twisting her back and forth. You jostle her shoulder, and there's a clattering sound as the antlers coming out of her hips scrape against the back wall, but she does not waken.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and try 1 point of let's go ahead and try 1d4 plus something points of magical healing.
Okay.
That's a 9 magical healing from Word of Faith.
You don't see any visible wounds or anything of that nature. There are no cuts or bruises that fade away under the auspices of magical healing.
Okay.
But she still
If
does
she
not
might
waken.
be other, something is interfering with her
Can I
mind.
make a more in-depth medicine check now that I can get a better look at her?
Give me an Arcana check.
You got it.
Because a medicine check would reveal injuries or anything, and other than the mutations, does not seem to be any.
Can I give assistance on this?
Yeah.
Since I'm also okay. Roll at advantage.
Sorry, I should have let you make that check, but I was trying to do something different. Thank you. That's a 26 on 27 Arcana.
Other than whatever magics have been placed upon this woman to cause these bizarre mutations, you also detect that she's under a spell that's keeping her asleep. She's not unconscious naturally, and she hasn't passed out from pain.
Okay.
So with possibly a restoration spell or a dispel magic, you could remove that layer of magic and wake her up.
Yeah, let's try a lesser restoration. So, Ekon will speak a word of command and touch his staff to her brow.
Okay. Let's get a horror check from everybody but Orson.
That's natural 1.
Woo!
19.
17.
14.
It's a 5.
Oh no.
So Ekon and Genie? Is that what I heard?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is not going to be good.
Genie, he has a lot of failed horror checks.
I think Ekon's getting up there, too.
That was Ekon's 4th and Genie's 5th. You get nothing useful out of this woman as you remove the natural slumber from her. Immediately, as she starts to come around from sleep, immediately her body is racked with pain. And the way she twitches and throws herself back and the shrieks of agony just set your whole body cold. She can't reach down because she's desperately tugging at the horns coming out of her head that she can reach, and racked with pain. Just absolutely no way to communicate with her, at least not through these means. Ekon and Genie, the only way to give this creature any auspice of peace is through death, and you both are compelled to do so. To
I was going to do that anyway.
To end the horror of this creature.
Like, we do initiative.
Should I do initiative? Because I think
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah, go ahead and... I'm not going to roll for the creature because she's shackled to a wall, but...
It's like, you're going to roll. That is a 17 from me.
That's a
Edmont ain't going to be able to intervene in time.
14 on Ekon.
That's a 5 for... No, it's a 6 for Edmont.
So, the act of rolling initiative is Ekon just sort of holds his head down for a moment, looks up and says, "Death is the only way." And then that's initiative.
Evie.
Evie, you are not compelled to kill this creature, but that's what Ekon says needs to be done.
Eni nods her head. Because, yeah,
Or, I'm sorry. Evie. Yeah, Evie's up first.
What if we just put her back to sleep?
I don't have any way to do that.
I think I would say you probably understand that you're not going to be able to convince us. I would hope.
Looking at Ekon and Genie, like, they have definitely been affected by this sight very gravely.
Evie's gonna try to grab Genie and pull her away.
Okay.
I will resist.
That's an opposed... That's a grapple.
Actually,
opposed
I'm not
grapple.
going to resist. Go ahead, pull me away.
Okay.
That's only because, I need to be further away to get a better shot.
I can get her through the bars.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Evie will be here, and she's still holding on to Genie.
Okay. Who's next?
Next up, I believe we have Orson with Genie on deck.
Orson was in the back room and didn't see this go down, but he definitely heard the shrieks.
I guess Orson, Orson would just be, "What's going on, guys?"
Why are we waking up the terrible monstrosity?
What's, I don't know.
Who's
I just
next?
kind of want to keep this between players. No. Let's see. I feel like you said I'm compelled, and I would guess I would feel that Genie would.
If you have an action from this position that can deal
Right.
lethal damage, you are compelled to take it.
What I'm saying is, I feel like Genie would feel compelled to use maximum force.
Okay.
That doesn't mean I'm dropping a fireball, but I am going to use a fourth level Scorching Ray
Wow.
on the woman.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
My grappling her doesn't affect that in any way, does it?
Nope. No. Roll that to hit at advantage because she's restrained to the wall.
She's restrained.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find Scorching Ray real quick. I think
Fourth level
it's-
Scorching Ray would be 5 rays.
Wow.
Okay.
5 attack rolls at advantage.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I
At
killed
advantage.
Malcolm once.
That is a
AC is 10, so...
that's 5 hits then.
All right.
What about crits?
No crits.
Did
So-
you roll at advantage because you sustained?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't roll at advantage.
This is so unnecessary.
Yeah,
No, still no
No,
crits.
5 hits.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like a rogue.
Scorching Ray lets a sorcerer pretend to be a rogue for a minute.
That's a 37 fire damage.
Yeah, and you reduce her to just a black splotch on the wall. For a moment, the shrieks of confusion turn to screech of pain as her body ignites and it's all over in just half a moment. And now her charred corpse is just hanging limply from the wall and is silent.
Ekon, let's go get the others.
No.
Am I compelled to do that to the others, or?
You don't know. You have no idea.
Jeannie is just assuming that, like, yeah, no, this is the best thing to do for the others. Jeannie feels absolute sympathy for these people because this is kind of what happened to her.
Okay, but setting them on fire doesn't seem like the best way to go about that.
You literally, Jeannie is going to turn to you and says, "You literally killed me when I was in this exact same position."
At least
I
fire's
did not
quick.
set you on fire.
Well, it's not my fault that I don't have a. You did set me on fire. You shot a firebolt from a magic crossbow.
It's true.
I don't think it was specified.
Edmont takes Ekon's shoulders and guides him in this direction, away from the prisoners.
Okay. Victor, you step back down the stairs into the main
Yeah.
cell, and yeah, the 4 creatures are still chained up and still unconscious.
What is everybody else doing at this moment?
Edmont's looking to take his brother out of this situation without.
You should take Jeannie and get out of here.
Jeannie, if we don't do it now, we can do it later.
Jeannie's gonna shoot this one with this old man with a firebolt.
Evie stands in the way.
So I guess
We're back on initiative.
the question
Like-
now is the rest of the party able to talk Jeannie out of just firebolting each of these creatures in turn?
No, she has made this decision.
Okay. So what are your plans for restraining her and taking her out of the situation?
I think the only person that could physically restrain me is in the other room with his brother.
I feel like Orson would probably help in this case.
Oh, Orson could probably do it. Yeah,
Okay.
I think Orson and Evie probably would take
So-
her in, hopefully.
like you would have to disarm Jeannie.
Orson, let's have an Orson versus Jeannie grapple check. Orson can make this roll at advantage if Victor and Evie are also helping him.
Vic,
Okay, so that's a 4 and a 2 for Orson, and could somebody
let me-
look up
let me-
his?
Let me roll for Orson since you're like playing both characters.
All right, you just don't want to use the 4 and the 2.
No, we have to use the 4 and the 2. That was a legal roll. We're not going to re-roll just because you didn't like it.
So that's
No,
that is. You said it's just athletics, right? Well, I rolled a natural 20.
Okay,
for
so
Jeannie.
the first fireball is able to get off before anybody can drag Jeannie from the room. So roll the damage from
let
the
me,
first
well,
fireball.
like Orson is that might be still might beat Jeannie because she's got like her athletics is -1, so that'd be 19, and then I don't think that wins, but I
Don't see
Yeah.
how Orson could have that high of an athletics.
So Jeannie, which one did you shoot?
the old man,
The snake man here?
yeah.
Okay. Let's repeat that same contest.
Do I have to roll like? to
I'm
hit?
gonna roll for Orson.
Do I have to roll to hit on the old man?
No, I won't make you roll the hit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's more traumatizing this way.
That is a 8.
Orson rolled a 17.
All right, so Orson drags you out of the room before you get a second shot off.
Okay.
Evie, go with her.
What's Victor doing in the room alone?
Oh, he's gonna kill the other 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Just with psychic knives?
Yeah, he just flings a psychic knife at each one.
Yeah, and after the 3 in turn, the man with the hooves protruding from his chest, the woman with the plumage and webbed arms, and the man on the floor with the long whiskers.
Jeannie's just like full on, like ugly crying.
Evie will comfort her.
Brother,
Once it's
these are
done, Victor walks out and says the word to close the door.
Okay.
Oh,
Evie knows what Victor just did. She's not stupid.
Like we
Brother.
never did check this, by the way.
And then Victor will walk over to the cell.
And the man with the insectoid body is shackled up here.
Wow, okay.
Victor will open the cell door with Malgranata. Actually, no,
It's
it's
just-
a physical thing. Yeah, he just opens it.
Yeah, this has already been unlocked. Genie
Yeah.
already picked this one. You kill him as well?
Yeah, Victor leans in, tells him that he's sorry, and blows his brain up.
Blows his brain up. What's going on up here in the commons?
Edmont is trying to talk Ekon down.
Yeah, it
That's
doesn't take a
him.
lot. As soon as he's not compelled to do so anymore.
And then he hears sounds of violence from the other room, and it's like,
I don't know if you hear much of anything. There's psychic blades.
well, I mean, there was the explosion, firebolt.
You did hear the one firebolt go off.
So the thing about the psychic blades is they don't cause any physical damage, so these things look exactly the same.
They're not breathing anymore.
Well,
Yeah, these things they had common or stat blocks. They had like 10 hit points. But I got to milk a scorching ray out of you guys. That's gonna raise the strength of the
I'm the
party.
lawful evil one, and you're the ones who are melting these guys and blowing their brains out. What the
Let's-
fuck?
Let's get this done as
I
quickly
feel like
as possible.
Victor is skating by an awful lot with that word chaotic.
it was.
Did this door open earlier?
I haven't tried it.
We got this one. We got the door in the storeroom still.
Oh, there is another door?
Yes. North of the commons, and then off of the room where you found the bishop.
Try Melogranatum.
And the door opens. This one opens into another small storeroom, although you can see in one corner where there is a sorry-looking makeshift forge where some light metalwork could be done, tool repairs and things. Currently, the room is unoccupied.
Okay.
Is there anything useful in any of the cabinets or shelves?
Not unless you want a handful of nails or something like that.
Okay. Then yeah. let's go
Victor will
with
get
it.
some nails for Genie.
Here, Genie, I know you were feeling bad, so I got you these nails.
Thought that counts.
I'll
Evie
go
will
ahead and
hold
consult.
Genie until she composes herself.
Edmont?
I will attempt to open this door with Malogranatum.
And it does indeed open up. And it reveals a small sleeping quarters that you imagine the bishop in charge of this floor, who has been revealed to be a spy for Azul and Rex. So it looks similar to the other small rooms you've seen, except instead of stores, crates and things stacked up, there is a cot in one corner, small wash basin in another, and the place smells of a chamber pot.
Edmont glares at Victor as he shoves his way through, and then turns around, walks away.
Victor's going to check to see if there's any sort of like writings or anything that the bishop may have left.
No. Nothing of value.
Evie doesn't say anything to Victor because in her heart she also kind of feels like death was the best thing for those creatures.
Okay, what's
Genie, are you
next?
okay?
Genie doesn't say anything. She's still crying.
Back upstairs we go, I guess. Victor, I am very displeased with you.
You know it was the right thing to do.
You guys head back up into the sanctuary chamber.
Let's try the other passwords here.
Which one?
Yeah.
Berries.
It does not open.
Was it walnuts or less specific?
Castaninius.
Castanias, or
When you
whatever it was.
speak Castanias, the door opens up, revealing on the other side a staircase leading up.
Aha.
You want to finish this level first?
Is there
Agreed,
anything
yes.
left? Oh yeah, there's
Yeah,
doors
there's
down
a door down
here.
here.
Right now.
We also still haven't gone up these stairs.
Right.
Marcus!
So, Victor, you speak Bacchus here.
Yeah.
Okay, roll initiative.
Fucking
Let's see. 17, 18 for Orson. And
I'll go before Ekon.
Where's my... They're there.
Gene, are you actually back there, or were you with us?
now Jeannie's actually back there.
Yeah, place yourself on whatever square you guys are standing on. 'Cause that's going to be
Basically-
very, very important.
Jeannie was kind of like, I guess she was starting to walk that way. She's kind of lagging behind.
Okay. Victor. Me.
Did you lose in saving throw?
Nope. Opening the door, you see inside 2 prisoners. But these ones are draped in red robes, and they're not shackled to anything. They're just kneeling on the ground. And when they turn to look at you from the darkness of the room out into the illuminated hallway, you can see that each of them have swollen, protruding stomachs. And they both get to their feet, and on their initiative, they're going to run to the door and blow your ass up. So who's at the top of my order?
Edmont at 24.5.
At 25.
Remember, non-lethal makes them not explode.
Yeah, I can get here.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take a swing at that guy. It's a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Nine points bludgeoning damage. Can I get you to make me a saving throw, please?
Yes.
Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, how about a 5?
Failed. He is stunned until the end of my next turn.
All right. So that one is not going to run forward and blow Victor's ass up.
Let's see if I can do the same thing for
Okay.
that guy. My other attack. 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
12 points of bludgeoning damage, and please make me that same saving throw.
That's going to be an 11.
He failed. He is stunned until the end of my next turn.
So Victor, you get the door open, and Edmont runs into the room and stuns the 2 men, thumps them good. Edmont, moving or staying put?
I can get another attack in with a bonus action.
Okay. Add advantage
Martial
because
arts.
he's now stunned.
Yep. How does a 23 do?
That'll hit.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And that one is bloodied as well as stunned.
Yep.
Who's next?
Let's see.
Next up, we've got Orson with Victor on deck.
Orson, fix it.
40,
Orson.
45. Put me back there.
Okay.
So Orson can actually get to these guys if he goes diagonal.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill them there.
You
Okay.
don't have to do. You can do non-lethal with melee.
Yeah, Orson can do non-lethal. Victor can't.
Okay.
It's true.
Well, Victor can do non-lethal if he gets to melee range.
He's a rogue.
Victor.
Why would he do that?
Oh, that's a 21 to hit. The top one.
Yes, 21. They both have the same AC, but yeah, that'll hit. The
Right.
top one is bloodied currently.
That is 9 points,
Okay.
and then a second hit is 27
Also hits.
for 8 points,
And that one is thumped unconscious.
and then he's gonna turn around and butt the bottom one
Ooh, the butt.
for 9 points.
Sorry, you said 9 points?
Yeah, and that's actually all of Orson's movement, so he can't move anymore.
Okay, and the other one is bloodied now.
The dice are really floaty today. I don't know if anybody else has noticed.
Victor with red token.
Is there a reason we want these guys alive?
We don't want them to explode.
Do we want them alive?
They explode
them
when
on-
they die.
Yeah. Knocking them unconscious keeps them from exploding.
If you guys want to come out of the room, I'll shut the door.
So what's Victor doing? That's your turn right now.
Um,
I'll let you ready in action to shut the door once.
yeah, that's what
They're
we're
out.
gonna do. Victor's gonna ready in action to shut the door when these two leave,
All right, who's next?
and then he's gonna move.
Got red token with Genie on deck.
Red token is stunned and does nothing.
Genie's just going to casually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just walk up and just dodge.
Okay,
I don't need to interfere in this.
who's next?
We've got Evie with Ekon on deck.
10, 15, 20, 25. I will try to thump this guy unconscious with my sword.
Thump him.
Thump him good.
Our swords.
That's a 25. It's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, my sneak attack actually leveled up. I roll more dice now.
About time.
Still not as many as Victor. But Victor is basically one of my class features at this point, so...
Victor, you've been demoted to class feature.
Is 27 non-lethal enough?
That is enough. You thump him and he goes to the floor. And while the two men are unconscious on the floor, it's easy to tell that they're still in great levels of discomfort. They still have a fireball in their bellies.
Do we have enough restorations to do anything about this, or do we just lock them in here?
Can we lock these doors?
If we take away their holy symbols, they were prisoners in here. I assume
They
can't open
do.
it.
They did not have holy symbols, and when you give them a quick pat down, they don't seem to have a way to open the door once they're shut in here.
I can cast 2 restorations and remove those fireballs.
And that's your call.
Do we want them alive?
I mean, I think it's just a threat assessment thing, and I'm completely willing to do that.
Well, do you want to waste a restoration on them? That's the question.
Yeah, I have a staff that just spews these things out.
So you purge them of the fireball in their guts with the restoration staff?
Yep.
And then we leave them here to starve?
We'll see.
So they remain unconscious, but they are no longer so terribly distended around the midsection.
Good.
And then Victor kills them.
Because Victor is a murder hobo.
Gross. What's next?
Edmont crosses.
Yeah, then we just leave them here. We're not going to get any information out of the low-level idiots.
Still have these doors.
Okay.
Yeah, Edmont crosses across the hallway and
Victor shuts that door. Margaret on him. Or Bacchus.
Okay.
I feel like Victor's more of a murder squatter, McDohl, because he lives in our basement.
Edmont, what do you do here?
Did we kick him down in the basement?
hi. Okay, I'm gonna tap the staff to the door, or tap the holy symbol of the door, and I'm gonna say Bacchus.
The door opens up to reveal a small empty cell.
So this would appear to be a prison area, and Edmont does the same here.
The door opens up to reveal a small unoccupied cell. But you can tell this was the site of a very recently exploded man.
Edmont shivers and continues down the hallway. Taps in Bacchus and prepares to get his face exploded.
Edmont,
Sir.
the word Bacchus opens up this door. Inside the room, which is not a cell, but looks to be a small preparing chamber, against the far wall, there is a wooden mat, laying on which is an unconscious man, again, with a grossly distended belly. Unconscious. Looks like he's sleeping fitfully. He's got a soiled linen draped over his midsection, and he's kind of sweating profusely and muttering nonsense to himself. Looking along the north wall of the room, you see a variety of magical or alchemical accoutrements used, presumably to transfer the fireball babies into these prisoners.
Edmont steps into the room.
I'm out of restorations, by the way. I've got one on a scroll for us.
You just said your staff spewed them out.
It
He's-
does.
There's just been a lot of these
Used like
guys.
before.
What do you say, brother?
This man, unlike the other prisoners that you've seen, though, has had all of his body hair taken off, much like Victor has.
So this is someone who signed up for it.
This is the guy we wanted to save.
What say
Does he
you,
have a
brother?
holy symbol?
He doesn't have anything. He's laying naked on this mat and has linen draped over his midsection. But I mean, you can see his stomach distended and something writhing within it unnaturally against the
Would
skin.
Dispel Magic get it out?
I mean, I can cast Lesser Restoration if you want. I have it prepared.
Genie, that would be kind of you.
Yes.
She just says, eh. And she casts a Lesser Restoration on the man.
Okay? And his mouth snaps open and he releases this noxious, unearthly belch as you see his stomach deflate slightly. And after that, he's still unconscious, but he's no longer writhing uncomfortably under his coverings.
To
Genie
D&D
goes-
edition, the spell components for Fireball are sulfur and bat poop.
The hard part is getting him to swallow the bat poop.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably not pleasant.
Jeannie's like leaned over this man and she puts a Lesser Restoration. She's thinking about like all the horror she's thought that she just gets belched straight in the face. And she's just
It's pretty eggy, if we're being honest.
Genie, do you want to
Good
look
work.
to see if there's anything valuable in those shelves before we get out of here?
Yeah, can I make a check of some kind to search the
It's a
the
minor
alchemical
collection of low-level spell components, alchemical goods, beakers and flasks, sort of things. You see coils of used-up tubing. Give me an Arcana check, Genie. As an Artificer, this would be an appropriate check for you, and you alone.
Okay, that is... I'm going to cast Guidance on myself. That is a... That's a 621.
So, by studying the
Stretch for that.
workshop here, by studying
Good.
the tools available in the workshop, you don't have access to any blueprints or any machinations, and you don't know what spell work is involved, but you think with 48 hours or so of study and a suitable specimen for experimentation, you could piece together this process, how to imbue a living creature with a fireball who then must discharge it in some short amount of time.
Gross.
Whether the moral compunctions behind that prevent you from doing it is probably a point of disagreement between Ekon and Crescent, I would say.
Well, could I, do I think I could do it to a familiar?
Oh my god.
An amazing idea.
Familiars are creatures.
Oh no. What
So-
have you done?
I don't see why not.
So, like,
you
do I
wouldn't
have-
get the full effect of a full fireball with a tiny creature, though.
What? Okay.
I give you a fire bolt, but it would take you 2 days of study and experimentation in this room to piece that together.
Oh, in
for
this
yourself.
room? Yeah, I don't want to do that. It ain't worth that. Like, it isn't worth it. You're talking about, like, more like, instead of firebolt, more like, what is that AoE move that does force damage? The cantrip.
Burst daggers?
You want to turn your familiar into a flying stick of dynamite, and I guess we're just all okay with that.
No,
No,
it sounds
why not?
smart.
No, I don't. Actually, okay, I'm not gonna lie. The thing that's stopping me from actually, like, learning this is it would take 48 hours. But yeah, no, Jeannie is not interested. That's too much time.
Are we through here?
Alchemy is not her,
And there are no other doors that you know of on this level, I think.
That seems to be the case.
We take a holy symbol for this guy to make sure he can't get out.
He doesn't have one.
Okay.
The man was nude on a rack.
So we got up here and up here, and then we got a room that we haven't in with a bunch of statues in it over here.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Where's that?
And the intro the place where we came in at
Oh, the
The
first.
first floor.
the big
Yeah.
hall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we came down here first.
I mean, I say just take a different stairway up. Wait, these stairways, we've done everything down. So yeah, I'd just say just take a different stairway up.
Okay.
Start.
Let me
Wanna
go
start with
ahead and save this map. I'm going to be careful to save over the correct map, because if I overwrite the wrong map, I can't undo that. That is a mistake from which there is... And I've
No
been doing
return.
this for 5 years now, and I haven't accidentally fat-fingered that once. I think I deserve some props for never ruining my own
You've
map.
been doing it for longer than 5 years, Burkard. Let's be real.
Yeah, but for the first year, I was using like playing cards and dumb shit, so there was no fog of war yet. Which of the
Yeah,
three
go watch those old
stairways?
sessions. Those are funny as hell.
Which of the three stairwells are you going up? You've got the one here in this guard post room, and then there's the north or south stairwell of the sanctuary.
My vote is this one. Oops. Is this one? We just go up.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, the
Yeah,
south
let's go
sanctuary
with that.
stairs. Very good.
Sanctuary South. Good. Which, if this is proper Euclidean geometry, should be thereabouts.
It is indeed. And you open into a small landing with a magically locked door.
And it looks like it goes up. The spiral staircase goes up further.
Bear with me just a moment, please.
Jeannie will actually mention that she thinks she can make bombs out of people if she studies that.
Evie suggests you not study that and forget that you said that.
But we could use the familiars. They come back. It's fine.
You're gonna get a sentient creature to explode itself for you?
I
I mean, the
think
familiar's a spirit. Like, it's not a creature. Like, when your familiar dies, the spirit
It is a creature
of
for
its
terms
soul
of...
isn't destroyed.
It is targetable with attacks, and...
But it can feel pain.
You don't know that.
How many times have you gotten your familiar just killed doing dumb shit?
I have my familiar put away right now because I don't want him to get killed for doing dumb shit.
All right, well, you're the one who is keeping count of how many familiars we've gotten jobbed over the campaign, and you dropped
No,
that
we lost
ball.
track of that. It's,
Yeah, no, Destil, I was saying, yeah, he dropped that ball.
That's too bad.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay, so
Coming up
are
to
we
this
no longer
landing.
prepared?
Coming up to this landing, yeah, the door is locked.
All right, I will go ahead and try first Malagranatum.
Does
This
not
door?
open.
How about Bacchus?
Does not open.
How about Castaneus?
It does not open.
What?
Okay.
Thus, let's
we're not
keep
going
going
this
up
way.
then.
Victor tries the word for wine.
Try the word for wine.
Yeah.
Does not open.
Does this continue to go up or does it stop here?
It
Looks
does
like
indeed. It
he's-
keeps going. Yeah, it keeps going up.
Yeah, I'll continue up then.
Okay, bear with me just a second.
I wonder if that last red guy we found might know the password.
Doubtful.
He needs to make sure he sends us to the right spot.
Yeah. It's easier on this map than the Castle Ravenloft map that I botched so badly back in the day, but heading up to find another landing.
With a single door.
A single door.
All right, let's give it the trial the turnaround then. Malagranatum.
Does not open.
Bacchus.
Does not open.
Castaneus.
Does not open.
What is this? Keep going.
I feel like this is like the executive poop shoot.
Keep climbing.
Yep.
All right, let me save this map.
Like we found like the executive poop shoot is what we did.
Please don't say executive poop shoot anymore.
That's what he's gonna name the episode. You realize that?
My poor heart can no longer take it. Okay, I'm gonna need to.
It's not an executive lift because the upper projector's in our castle. So
And you come to the top of the stairwell, the top landing.
All right. Malgranatum.
Does not open.
Bacchus.
Does not open.
Castanets.
Does not open.
Crimes. Just back down.
Hey, can we try
All the way
one?
down to the sanctuary.
Just all the way down to the basement.
Yeah.
It's like a slip and slide. Whee! Or water slide.
I think one of the staircases in Castle Ravenloft does that. Just dumps you down again. All right, let me save this map that we were only on for half a second. Edmont immediately gave up on.
We have other places that we can go to.
Oh, you're going back down to the basement level because
Yeah.
yeah, you head all the way back down to the sanctuary.
Yeah, because we got another.
We got another
Uh-oh.
upward stairwell we can try.
And now that you come back down here, Gina, you do notice a sign on the
think-
wall that says "Executive Poop Shoot."
I think this fog of war reset for me.
I can't help you.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can see everything.
Okay, well, are we going up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Edmont is leading the way, but
All right.
I can't. The fog of war is completely blacked out for me.
So when you go up from the top stairwell,
My estimations, somewhere
Probably
like
around
over
here somewhere.
you find
Yeah.
yourself at a landing here.
Malagranata.
Does not open.
Castanets.
Victor's trying to steal your thunder there, man.
I know, right?
Well,
It's like this is like.
do you want me to kill him? He's a 2-hour drive.
You could if you would, that would be great.
Let's take care of that for you.
Push his character
But, yeah.
downstairs.
The door opens.
With Bacchus?
Castaneus.
Okay.
My
I hope
God.
it's the same word that opens it downstairs. Otherwise, there doesn't seem to be much point.
Opens into a very large throne room. On a raised
needs
dais at the back of the room, you see this large throne adorned with Aetherine iconography. The one part that specifically stands out to you, though, is the back of the throne. Perched on the back, with its wings violently spread in each direction, is a depiction in semi-translucent blue scales, the likes of which make up the walls of the place, of the great fiery bird that was sent to attack your village. Otherwise, the room is very well lit, but unoccupied, and you can see another magical door to the south.
I
Hope
have a
I'll
sudden
step into it.
Okay?
You have a son what?
urge to let it go.
Let it go.
We never did anything with the room with all the fiery crystal creatures either. We went
Well,
downstairs.
it probably
didn't.
opens this door. Although I guess we can see if this door opens.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, let's try Malagornatum first.
Does not open.
Bacchus.
Nope.
Castaneus.
The door opens up. You peer out into the
Hey.
room, and all 6 of the daises are empty. Nothing stands there now.
I am very distressed now.
I think these may have been mapped to the people downstairs. There's one with horns, one was an insect, one that was a bird.
Oh, he's right.
That's a
Oh.
good observation.
All right, I'm gonna
feel
take
very
a closer look at. Actually, you know what? No, Ekon is just gonna sort of put his look down for a moment and walk over here, not look into that room anymore.
Victor is gonna go explore this room.
There's not much to see, Victor. Previously, when you looked in here, there were the 6 dioceses that had these fiery adorned statues in these places, and now just empty space, nothing.
It doesn't look like the statues went any place. Any signs of like crumbling or burning or being pulled away?
They're not there now. What happened to them is anyone's guess.
That's
They
when we
go-
know what happened to them.
They
Victor
just
did.
vanished.
Victor's like, whatever happened in that room? I'm sure it wasn't my fault.
Brother, are you all right?
Nah, I'll be fine.
Victor's gonna go explore this thing.
Is this magical? The throne itself?
The throne?
Yeah.
There is magic radiating from the depiction of the Firebird perched on the back of the throne. The seat itself is no more magical than the walls or floors of the place.
Okay, yeah.
So here's my interpretation, my thought of this. This lower stairwell is for Kristen to have easy access to all of the floors of the of this tower.
It's his private stairwell.
Yes,
That's-
that's my thought.
That's a pretty good assumption.
That's how I would set it up anyway.
Victor sits in the chair.
Okay? You plunk down on the uncomfortable throne.
Yeah.
You don't wear it well.
Yeah.
Victor, you do not wear it well.
I'm not trained in religion, but is the Firebird actually iconography in the 8th read religion, or is this something that is new to Kristen's interpretation?
I mean, there would be depictions of Firebirds as like mythological monsters, but there's no obvious connection between them and the Aetherian faith. But we have to remember as well, though, that Kristen followed an extremist version of the faith that was very, very obsessed with fire.
Mm-hmm.
They took the whole idea of the flames of air, the light of air, very literally.
So he must have found those Firebird eggs in this realm and thought, this is a sign from air. These are his servants, or something like that.
That's not a bad idea. So the carver, the icon thing, Victor is gonna pull out a knife and try to break it.
Yeah, with a strength 20 check, you can pry loose any of these scales, just like the ones from the walls. If you pried 4 or 5 of them apart, you think the bird would fall apart off the back of the chair.
Or sit and help me with this.
Not leaving this room without desecrating the throne.
I don't want to risk this being somehow an element of his power that's going to come back to bite us.
Have Orson give me a straight strength check until he's either passed 5, DC 20, or he's failed 1.
He's passed 5 DC 20s.
Yep, or he's failed 1, whichever comes first.
I don't think this is worth the time, but
Yeah,
It's,
I mean,
this
like,
doesn't
we'll
seem
just
very
fail.
likely.
It's plus 4.
we'll give it one
Okay.
go.
So, go ahead, Victor.
Yeah, it'll only take a minute. Orson likes to break things.
There's
see a failure.
one pass, a 2, which comes to 6. What was the failure condition?
So he gets one of the scales loose, but as he's working the second one, it becomes apparent that this task is just going to take too long. He can do it, but Orson is convinced there's more pressing things for his time. This
Yeah,
is
maybe
something
we're
that
really out.
Yeah.
he would be happy to turn his attention to this work once the danger is in hand here.
Smash it on the way back.
Edmont. We'll return to the stairwell and continue upward.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We're just never going to think about this room again.
The room is dead to you.
We're going to go out and around when we leave.
So are the NPCs.
Who's going up first?
Edmont.
Okay, Edmont, you find yourself at the northern landing with the door here, and the stairs do continue up from this point.
Let's just go again. Methodical seems to be working the best. Malagranatum.
Let me make sure that I'm looking at the right level here.
Yeah, we were told that Castaneus was for the stairwells and Bacchus was for the prison chambers, so.
Oh, I must have missed that. Might be.
You just like saying fun Latin words. It's fine. Yes, Castaneus
We'll take it.
opens up the door, and let's roll initiative.
What? Initiative and my D&D game.
I'm good with Edmund going first because he has much better wisdom than I do.
Ah, too bad, nerd. I rolled a 1.
I'm attempting to be behind Edmund. I just don't know which stair is up or down.
Remember, you got to come single file
Yeah.
up the stairs.
I think we're
so
kind of...
if you're right behind Edmont, you're on this space here.
Okay.
They spiral downward away.
Say Genie's here, and then
Ekon can be in the back, I think, because he was having the hardest time adjusting to the last room.
where's Orson's little doodad? There he is. Do you want to be in front of Genie, Evie, or do you want to be?
This looks to be a
Doesn't matter to
dining
me.
hall.
I let Genie be in front.
Okay, I'll be. Evie has good move. I can come last.
You have
Hey guys, what's up?
interrupted a meal
Did I?
that this group of cultists are having. 2 of the bishops, and it looks like 5 of the red-robed cultists. And I think before we get this party started,
Take a break.
might be a good time to take a 15-minute break. Go ahead and get your coffee,
That's
get your bagel.
probably a good idea.
And then we come back, and I'm sure we will set lots of fires in this room. Let's reconvene at about 4:15.